In a shocking yet seemingly inevitable turn of events, Erik Ten Hag has been relieved of his duties as Manchester United manager following a humiliating 3-0 defeat at Old Trafford to Tottenham Hotspur. The Dutchman's tenure, which began with high expectations following his success at Ajax, has come to a disappointing conclusion after a string of poor performances left United languishing in mid-table in the Premier League. The loss to Tottenham marked a breaking point for the United hierarchy, with fans visibly frustrated by the team's lack of cohesion, defensive frailties, and inability to mount a serious challenge for silverware. This defeat was emblematic of United's ongoing struggles this season, lacking leadership on the pitch and tactical clarity off it. The boos that echoed through Old Trafford were the final straw for a board that had remained patient with Ten Hag during previous setbacks. His first season at United was marked by inconsistency. While there were flashes of promise, such as winning the EFL Cup and securing a top-4 finish, Ten Hag struggled to establish a clear identity for his team. Injuries, off-field controversies, and a lack of depth in key areas left the side vulnerable. Despite securing marquee signings like Casemiro and Lisandro Martinez, Ten Hag could never fully implement his tactical blueprint. United's defense remained porous, and the team often appeared disjointed in attack, relying too heavily on individual brilliance rather than cohesive team play. The start of this season saw a continuation of those issues. Despite considerable investment in the squad, including the arrivals of players like Mason Mount and Rasmus Højlund, United failed to gather momentum. Defeats to rivals Liverpool and Manchester City earlier in the season were particularly damaging, and the thrashing at the hands of Spurs signaled that the club had reached a crisis point. In a move that will evoke nostalgia for United fans, former striker Ruud van Nistelrooy has been appointed as interim manager. Van Nistelrooy, a prolific goalscorer during his time at Old Trafford, will now have the daunting task of steadying the ship and injecting some much-needed passion and purpose into a squad that has lost its way. Van Nistelrooy's managerial career is still in its infancy, having spent time in charge of PSV Eindhoven before taking up this interim role. However, he has been widely regarded as an up-and-coming manager in Dutch football, known for his meticulous approach and a deep understanding of the game from his years as one of Europe's top strikers. His connection with Manchester United as a former fan favourite and his knowledge of the club's culture will be key as he steps into this role, albeit on a temporary basis. Van Nistelrooy's appointment has been described as a stopgap measure, with the board reportedly planning to conduct an extensive search for a permanent manager. Rumours have already linked the club with several high-profile names, including Zinedine Zidane, Roberto De Zerbi, and even a potential return for former boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. For now, Van Nistelrooy's immediate task will be to rally the players and instill some belief in a squad that has looked bereft of confidence. The Dutchman will have to address key issues, including United's defensive vulnerability, lack of midfield control, and the underwhelming form of several key players. He will also need to make swift tactical adjustments if the club hopes to salvage anything from the season. Erik Ten Hag's departure marks yet another chapter in Manchester United's turbulent post-Sir Alex Ferguson era. The club's inability to find stability and a long-term vision has been a recurring theme over the past decade. Van Nistelrooy's appointment as interim manager brings with it hope and a sense of familiarity, but the pressure on United to turn their fortunes around is immense. Whether Van Nistelrooy can succeed where many others have failed remains to be seen, but for now, his arrival signals a fresh start for a club desperate to reclaim its former glory. The eyes of the footballing world will be on Manchester United as they navigate this latest managerial change, with fans hoping that Van Nistelrooy can spark a revival and restore the pride and passion that Old Trafford once radiated.